Nomad.
What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Nothing But Skills, and today I'm bringing you another division video. Today's video is going to be showing you guys how you guys should set up your Banshee classified gear set. And I honestly don't think the 6-piece is the way to go. I think 5-piece with another gear piece is the way you should be running this gear set, but we'll get into that in just a second. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you guys for all the support you've been showing me. We hit 5,000 subscribers, and without you guys, this wouldn't even be possible. I just want to say, if you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're watching the video, hit that subscribe button. If you guys enjoy this video, hit the thumbs up, and as always, if you have any questions, use the comment section down below. Let's get into the video, guys. So the first thing you're going to notice is my firepower is 319,000. That's firearms of 4,400. My toughness is around 515,000 with stamina of 7,500. And my skill power is 134,000 with electronics around 3,900. Before we break down this gear set, guys, I just want to tell you guys, remember, this is just a template to get you guys going in the right direction. I set up this gear set to match my guns, to my play style, and I ran this gear set a little bit different than I would normally run all my other gear sets. And the reason why is this gear set is tailored to fighting rogues alone. It's not tailored to just going out there and killing players. I feel that you have strikers, nomad, and predators for that. But if you just want to kill rogue players and be able to farm, okay, this is the build for you. After using this build over and over, I've come to the conclusion that I found that this build doesn't compare to the nomads, the predators, or the striker. Those gear sets just have more versatility. They hit hard and they have survivability. This gear set is tailored to just hitting really hard against rogue players, and that's about it. So for the chest piece, I'm running the Bear's Bulletproof Vest, and what this does is no skills on cooldown increases your skill power by 10%, 1 skill on cooldown increases your damage by 5%, and 2 skills on cooldown increases your armor by 10%. Now this chest piece is great for stacking the damage with your 5-piece Banshee, and we'll talk about that right now. So what does the Banshee classified gear set do? Set 2 bonus gives you 20% looted DZ funds. Set bonus 3 gives you 10% damage to targets out of cover. Set bonus 4, Banshee, when rogue, all ammo is completely refreshed every 30 seconds. Damage taken for non-rogue players is reduced by 10%. While not rogue, damage to rogue players is increased by 10%. The bonus is increased to 20% for 10 minutes after being killed by a rogue. So that's why this build is really good when fighting rogues, and that way you get that extra 20% damage towards rogue players when being killed by one. And set bonus 5, the reason I choose to use the 5-piece is you get that extra 5% damage to targets out of cover. If you do want to run a 6-piece classified versus the 5-piece with the Bear's chest piece, you can, and then you'll get that 6-piece bonus. I choose to run the Bear's chest piece because if you're not running manhunts, this is the sweet spot for you because you get that 5% extra damage when you use 1 skill, and then you also get the 10% armor buff when you use 2 skills. My Bear's chest piece is road stamina. The major attributes are exotic damage, resilience, health. My minor attribute is increased kill XP. The mods I'm running are electronics mod with skill haste, and one thing you'll know about this build as I keep going on is I'm stacking a lot of skill haste, and we'll talk about that in a second. For the mask, it's roll stamina, major attribute exotic damage resilience, minor attribute of burn resistance. The mods I'm running are electronics mod with skill power. For the knee pads, the roll stamina, major attribute of critical hit damage, minor attribute of bleed resistance, shock resistance, and increased kill XP. For the mods, I'm running firearm mods with exotic damage resilience, performance mod with first aid self heal. For the backpack, it's road stamina, major attribute critical hit damage, minor attribute ammo capacity. The mods I'm running are electronics mods with skill haste and performance mod with first aid self heal. For the gloves, the road firearms, major attribute is skill haste, SMG damage, and critical hit chance. Now, if you want to stack a little bit more critical hit damage, you can remove the skill haste for critical hit damage. For the holster, major attribute is skill haste. Now, you could roll critical hit chance on here if you want, but I'm choosing to roll skill haste. As I told you before, I want to get my skills back just a little bit quicker since I am using competent on my house. Now, for my skills, I'm running an overdose. It's going to come back every 38 seconds. It's going to heal me for 135 seconds. And I'm pairing that with the immune box. That's going to come back every 25 seconds. So if I'm fighting fighting predator, I'll drop it on the ground and I'll go in and out. If I'm running low on health, I'll explode it to get that heal. For the talents, I'm running adrenaline, make hits, and I'll give you 7 seconds of immunity from status effects. I feel sometimes it works against the predator bleed and then sometimes it doesn't, but for now I'm going to keep using it. If I'm in a group, I'm going to run triage, heal the ally with the skill to reduce skill cooldowns by 15%. Critical save, use a med kit during low health to increase damage resistance by 20% for 10 seconds. Strike back, reach low health to reduce active skill cooldowns by 20%. If I'm not running in a group, I'll use on the move, kill a hostile while moving to reduce incoming damage by 15% for 10 seconds. Or steady hands, enter any cover to reduce recoil by 25% for 10 seconds. Now for the weapons, I'm running the house, 23% critical hit chance, 17.7k damage. The talents I'm running are deadly, critical hit damage is increased by 15%. Competent, weapon damage is increased by 10% for 15 seconds after using a skill. And then of course, card holder, the talent that is on the house. Now the reason why I do use skill haste on this build is because I want to take advantage of competent that was rolled on my house. Now that's not the perfect roll to roll on a house, but it's the one that I got, and I chose to roll deadly on the other roll. So competent is what I'm stuck with. Now running this build with a little bit more skill haste lets me space out my immune box and my heal, and that way I can put out as much damage as I need to towards rogue players. For my mods, I'm running a pro red dot sight with critical hit damage, headshot damage, and critical hit chance. For the suppressor, I'm running critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and headshot damage. For the underbarrel, I'm running critical hit damage, reload speed, and optimal range. And then for the magazine, I'm running magazine size, critical hit chance, and rate of fire. Remember, on your extended magazines, you should always run critical hit chance and rate of fire, because the more bullets you can get on target, the more likely you're able to drop somebody. Now with my suppressor, I choose to run critical hit chance versus critical hit damage, just for the fact that I get a little bit more critical hit chance and I don't have it stacked on this gear set. So that's why I choose to run the suppressor with critical hit chance over critical hit damage. My secondary, I'm running a lightweight M4 with 14.k damage, 21% enemy armor damage. The talents I'm running are predatory, killing a target regenerates 35% health over 20 seconds. Deadly, critical hit damage is increased by 15%, and responsive damage is increased by 10% when closer than 10 meters to the target. Now for the mods, I'm running a reflex scope with critical hit chance, critical hit damage, headshot damage. A suppressor with critical hit damage, critical hit chance, and headshot damage. A underbarrel with critical hit damage, reload speed, and stability. And of course, like I told you, an extended mag with magazine size, critical hit chance, and rate of fire. So if we go into the character, you're going to see my SMG is going to do 42% critical hit chance, 99% critical hit damage, and 62% headshot damage. My skill haste is 25%. My max health is 353,000. My armor mitigation is only 31,000, and that's because this gear set is not fully optimized. I'm saving my division tech for my other gear sets. My exotic damage resilience is 24%. My bleed resistance is 33%, and my burn resistance is 16%. So after using this build for a little over a week, I just want to say I think this build is great for hunting rogues, but I don't think it's a build that you can really pick over Predator's Mark, Nomad, or Striker. Those builds just have a lot of damage output and a lot more survivability than this build. But the good thing about this build is when you do stack critical hit chance and critical hit damage, you're going to put out a lot of damage with the buffs you have towards rogue players. To me, this isn't the best build for either solo PvP or group PvP, but if you just want to hunt rogues in the dark zone, it's honestly a pretty fun build to use. I wouldn't use it all the time. I enjoy my Nomad more than I enjoy this build, and I also enjoy my Predator's Mark more than I enjoy this build. I just want you guys to know that I'm not an expert at this game, and I've never said that I was an expert at this game. And one other thing I just wanted to address, someone called me out and said that stacking critical hit damage on your knee pads and your backpack was the worst thing to do on your gear set. I just want you guys to know that if you guys agree with that and you guys want to roll health mods on your knee pads or on your backpack, go ahead, by all means do that. But I'm telling you, for me, from experience, from playing in the dark zone, I feel I hit harder when I do stack more critical hit damage. And I feel that my survivability on my Nomad's enough, running 9k stamina on my Predator's Mark, stacking more health on my knee pads or my backpack isn't going to help me survive any longer. So I just want you guys to know that. Don't listen to everybody on YouTube. Please, don't even listen to me 100%. Take our builds with a grain of salt. Use it as a template. Build around that template, and then just perfect it to your playing style. I honestly believe the Division has playing styles for everybody, and that's how your gear set should be ran. Like, a lot of people might not like this Banshee build that I ran because I'm running too much electronics, and you could move the electronics and move it over to firepower and have a little bit more damage. But for me, I feel that having a little bit more electronics and skill haste is just a little bit better for my playing style when I'm hunting rogues. So I use this build just for hunting rogues alone. Now if you want to use this build for more than that, I really recommend you moving the electronics to firearms. I hope you guys understand that I'm just here trying to help you guys become better PvP players, and that's why in the comment section I'm always answering your questions. I'm always trying to have discussions with you, and that way maybe you'll take my advice, maybe you won't, but at the end of the day, what I say, what you say, other people are reading it, so maybe it helps them out and they can decide what they they would rather do. So that pretty much wraps up the video, guys. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you guys enjoy this video, hit the thumbs up. And as always, if you don't see me in the dark zone, if you don't see me in skirmish, if you don't see me in last stand, it's only a matter of time. Nothing but skills is out.